Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Frank Taylor, and today on the channel we are going to talk about waterproofing. Now, in simple terms, what is waterproofing? Waterproofing simple means resistance to water. When something is waterproof, that means it will resist water. Water cannot easily penetrate through. So if a house is waterproofed, that means water cannot pass through that particular area which is waterproofed. So if I have a book and it's waterproofed, that means the book becomes resistant to water, like water cannot penetrate through it. That is the simple terms of waterproofing. And normally we build our houses in Ghana, to be precise, Ghana, and we don't waterproof some parts of some areas in the house, and at the end of the day, the beauty of the house gets down, or like we wouldn't get the aesthetics of the house. The specification is not met just because we didn't waterproof some areas, which has to be done so that it is expensive, but not always expensive. Sometimes you just need the information that, oh, I have to waterproof this place before I do something. But normally people don't have these ideas, and people don't know why they should waterproof those areas, and at the end of the day it affects the beauty of the house. So today I'm going to share with you at least 5 places in the house, a normal house, not like a company house or anywhere, the normal house, that at least you have to try and waterproof. If you have this area in your house, try and waterproof it before you finish the house. And I always say my focus is those outside the country. Why do I always say those outside the country? Like here, you are used to beautiful things. I always say that. And you go back home and you see this in your house, you see this damage in your house, and I'm like, wow, I don't really want to come back again, because this is not what I planned of getting. This is not the kind of house I dreamt of building. You get it? So I want to draw your attention to some things. At least if someone is building your house for you, you get him aware that, okay, I heard this from somewhere that here has to be waterproofed. So please try as much as possible to waterproof it before you do this, before it is too late, or before it spoils everything. You get it? So let me start with the first place that you have to waterproof. If you have a normal house, your bedroom, your 2-bedroom apartment, any house, the places that you have to waterproof in your house. Now, the first thing I'll talk about is the foundation. The foundation is important. If you are building a house, the first thing that you have to waterproof is the foundation. If you don't have money, you can go with the damp-proof membrane. The damp-proof membrane is like a polythene, but a thick polythene. It's not a polythene bag. Please, it's not the normal polythene bag that the market sellers have been putting it on their table to sell onions on. No, it's not that one. We have a damp-proof membrane, DPM. We have a membrane, bituminous-based material, damp-proof membrane, that we use it for damp-proofing. So you have to get that one to waterproof the concrete slab before you build your house. You do your foundation, you lay it on it, you lay your concrete on it. It can prevent, at least it can do something. That one can do something. It's not the best option, but if you don't have the means to go for the cementitious material, at least use the damp-proof membrane to solve that problem. It's good. I wouldn't say it's not good, but it's not always the best, because of sometimes it reduces some kind of frictional, as in the adhesion between the concrete slab and the main foundation. Sometimes the adhesion is somehow not the best, but it wouldn't affect anything. You can use it. You can use it. So that is for the damp-proof membrane. You use it for the foundation. But if you don't want the DPM and you want the cementitious one, we have cementitious materials that they are hydrophobic. They are hydrophobic. That means water cannot penetrate through. But they are cementitious. They are in a mineral form or in a powder form. You use it as the mortar for the foundation on top of the foundation, and that you can just start your building. It's just like the normal concrete. You use it for the normal building, and now you can start your building. That one too is there. So the first part I'll talk of is the foundation. It is important. This is the reason. Water will rise to your building, and that is the end. You can't do anything about it. The only option you have is the injection method. That one too is very expensive. So why don't you prevent it from scratch? So please, that is it. When you have the money, you do your foundation, you use the DPM or use the cementitious based material for the waterproofing, and that you are done. You can go on. All these materials that I've always been mentioning, my company that I've worked with in Ghana, they sell them. So if you need them, I always leave my number on the screen. Contact me, I'll get you to them, and they will sell it to you. You get it? Okay, so second on the list is the bathrooms. The bathrooms. Now someone will say, but what about bathroom? I've used my bathroom for a long time and I have never had a problem with it. Yes, you may or may not, depending on the concentration or the amount of water you've been using. Now this is the problem. Bathroom tiles that we use for the bathroom is the best for now. We've been using it, is the best, but it's a ceramic based material. It's a ceramic based material, and the mortar that we've been using, or the tile cement that you've been using, is also a ceramic based material. So that means it can be porous. You get it? It can be porous. So that means water can easily penetrate through. Water can easily penetrate through. So if you have tiles and you have been always bathing, at least one way or the other, there can be a leakage. You get it? And even at the corners, when you do a bathroom, you do an upstand. You do an upstand so that the water cannot just cover the whole area. So you do the upstand. And the corners, which are the 90 degrees angles, water splash there, comes back, splash there, come back, and that is not good. So when you are doing a bathroom, those joints, we have a sealing band that you use around those whole joints before you lay your tiles. And the floor, before you lay your tiles on, we have a bituminous based material. You apply it down there before you lay your tiles on. And at the back of your bathroom, where you normally you lay the tiles to the top, at least to some half of the building, so that when the water splashes on it, it will just fall down. That part too, try and apply the bituminous based material. Try to waterproof that place too before you lay your tiles on it. And it is not good at all when it's even a story building, because on a story building, someone will see immediately. Sometimes you enter into someone's house and you get to that here is the bathroom, because you can see it from the ceiling, from down. You can see from the ceiling that here is the bathroom, because it has drawn there. You can see some kind of leakages over there, just because the person thinks ceramics is a waterproof material, but ceramic is a mineral based material. So at the end of the day, water can easily penetrate through. You get it? So if you didn't have this information, I'm telling you, if you are building a story building, the top floor, make sure you waterproof the down. You waterproof where the water will fall on. You waterproof it before you lay your tiles. And where the water will also splash, you waterproof that place before you lay your tiles. And at the corners, there's always an upstand in the bathrooms. If it's not a sink, there's always an upstand so that water cannot just go anywhere in the bathroom. At that place too, you use the sealing band. It's like a band. Most often it looks like a solid tape, but it's not a solution tape. You use it at the corners so that 90 degrees angle can be covered. It's either you do a slope there, but if you do a slope there, if you make it slopey, you can't lay your tiles perfectly. So we use a band at the corners. You use the band at the corners before you lay your tiles. You get it? before you lay your tiles, you use a band at the corners, and it's not any normal band. We have a special band that we use. You cover all these places, then you lay your tiles. So that's the second place that you have to waterproof. That's your bathroom. You have to waterproof the bathroom. If you don't do it well, you will always have a problem. Now, the third place that you have to waterproof is the roofing. If you have a parapet roof or a hidden roof, you have the hidden roof. Now, the walls that tends to be the retaining wall from the roofing. The walls tends to be the retaining walls. So at the end of the day, if you don't waterproof it, when it rains, it falls into the gutter, it hits on the wall, and it draws on the wall. Even at the end, it can even collapse the building, because falling on the wall, and just the stresses in the walls can easily collapse the building, or it will draw cracks along the roofing. The roof, as in where the concrete slab is, which is serving as the retaining wall, it will draw around that place, and at the end of the day, it can easily collapse the building. You get it? So you have to waterproof that places too, and that one too at the hinge joints, at the joints where the 90 degrees angle is. You also use the sealing band, and you waterproof it with a bituminous based material, or any material which is a waterproofing based material, before you do everything. You get it? So that is it for the roofing too. Now there's another part too, which is also important. Now, when you have your balconies, especially people make balconies, not the normal balconies. I'm talking about a story building and you have a balcony at the top. It's an open balcony. When it rains, it also comes there, and you also have problems, because when someone is looking from down, he gets to see that it has drawn over there. But me, it's an open balcony. When it rains, it falls there, and you always have that problem too. So it's better you waterproof the whole place before you also lay your tiles. It's also important. So I've made mention of the foundation, which is important, the toilets, the bathrooms, which is also important, and I've talked of the roofing, which is the parapet roof, and I've made mention of that one too, and I've made mention of the balconies. The balconies is also important. It's very, very important. And the fifth one is when you are using the roofing, the normal roofing sheets that they use nails. It's good that you cover all the where you use the nails. You also waterproof those places. But nowadays, I think they are using the best material, so you can deal with it. You can deal with that one too. And it's good to always do a French drainage system. The French drainage system, you connect the whole roof. You do the roof gutters, and you connect it to the French drainage system, and that is it. When it rains, it falls on it, and it gets out of the house. So that means the water table of the land wouldn't come down up to affect your building, and that one, you are good to go. So I think these are the 5 main places that you have to make sure when you are waterproofing a house, and you have all these things in your house. Try to waterproof it, and the kitchen too, especially where the sink is. If you can waterproof it too, it will be okay, because when there's a leakage and it gets to the end, imagine the other place is your hall, you can have problem with it. So you can also waterproof that small area under the sink or that places before you lay your tiles. That one too can really, really help. It can also really, really help. So these are the main places that you have to waterproof, and it's not expensive when you are preventing it. When you start and you want to prevent it, it's very easy. You just get the bituminous based material, you apply it before you lay your tiles. You get a specialist to do it for you. If you don't have one, you can contact me. I'll give you the number of the people I was working with, and they will help you out with it. So these are the places you have to waterproof, because if you don't do it and you have your house, sometimes you go back home and you wouldn't love the way your building looks like. So without wasting much time, I will end here. Please kindly subscribe to my channel if you've not. Leave a comment if you would like to, and see you in my next video. Bye.